interested to see that the city was full of idols. So he reasoned in synagogue with both Jews and God-fearing Greeks, as well as in the marketplaces, day by day with those who happened to be there. A group of Epicurean and Stoic philosophers began to debate with him. Some of them asked, "What is this babbler trying to say?" Others remarked, "He seems to be advocating foreign gods." They said this because Paul was preaching the good news about Jesus and the resurrection. Then they took him and brought him to a meeting of the Areopagus, where they said to him, "May we know that what this new teaching is that you are presenting. You are bringing some strange ideas to our ears, and we would like to know what they mean." All the Athenians and foreigners who lived there spent their time doing nothing but talking about and listening to the latest ideas. Paul then stood up in the meeting of the Areopagus and said, "People of Athens, I see that in every way you are very religious. For as I walked around and looked carefully at your objects of worship, I even found an altar with this inscription, the unknown God. So you are ignorant of the very thing you worship. And this is what I am going to proclaim to you." This is the word of God for the people of God.
Thanks be to God.
Let's all skip the video today. Mission field. When we hear a phrase, the mission field, we think of the wilderness or jungles in Africa or Asia. We usually think that the mission field is far, far away from us. So we believe that the mission field is in South America, Africa, Asia, or in Europe. So where is your mission field? Where is your mission field? Moses' mission field was Egypt. Jonah's mission field was his enemy's country. From early 1900 to late 1900, missionaries went to many non-European countries. Korea, my home country, was one of them. And nowadays, Korea became one of the countries which sends many missionaries to other countries. If you go to Korea, I hope you to visit Yangwon, which is a port in Seoul. Actually, this is a graveyard for missionaries who came over to Korea. The last king of Korea granted that land for missionaries. There are so many tombs of missionaries in that place. The missionaries came over to Korean land, and they did their best to share the love of Christ and the way of salvation. And they died in Korea, buried there. And even some descendants of them still remain in Korea and do missional work still. And we need to ask why. Why they came over to Korea and made them want to die for the people of Korea. How many of you seen the movie The Mission? Anyone? I asked this question to this country, but there was no one who knows this movie. All right? Okay. Hope you Googled it this afternoon. This is about a mission group that's sending out their missionaries to South America, and they try to evangelize the native people there. And later, the missionaries able to evangelize the people and able to share their faith with them. And later, the government, I guess it was Spain, government wanted to take the land and all the monies from them. And they started to kill them, the native people. And the missionaries and native people against them, only with the cross, holding the questions have the same answer. These are their answers. Luke 24:46-49. He told them, "This is what is written, the Messiah will suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and repentance for the forgiveness of sins will be preached in his name to all nations, beginning at Jerusalem. You are witnesses of these things. I am going to send you what my Father has promised. But stay in the city until you have been clothed with the power from on high." And Mark 16, verses 15 and 16. He said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned." Matthew 28. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of age." All the missionaries went out to share the good news with others because Jesus told them to do. Because Jesus told them to do. It was not just for some people, but it was for all the people who believe in Jesus Christ. They went out because they experienced God's love for them. They experienced the redemption of Jesus, and they felt God's calling. They had a heart for the lost. They had the same heart that God has for the lost. There's a calling from Jesus to everyone. We all have God's calling. Some of us were called to ordain ministry. Some of us called to go over to other countries as missionaries or as payers or businessmen. Some of us are called to local schools as teachers or administrators. Some of us are called to many local businesses and factories and stores. We are all located in some places, but we all have the same mission. That is, God called all of us to share the love of God. God called us to show the love of God with our own actions and words in our own place. And a place most people may miss is our home, even though it is very essential. We are called to serve our family. We are called to share the love of God among the family members. This is your first mission field. This is your first mission field. As a grandma or a grandpa, as a mom or dad, as a son or a daughter, and a brother or a sister, you are called to be among your family members. To show Christ to them. You're called to be there because God sent you there. Now you probably think about how we share the love of God and how we share Jesus with others. As we all know, there are many different ways to do this. We have to be wise and authentic always. God gave us our own talents and gifts we are good at. In today's scripture, you can see that Paul changed his way of approaching people in Athens. He used to go from synagogue to synagogue to preach the gospel. But in Athens, Paul went out to marketplaces too. He checked the people and he checked their cultures and what they do and what is happening in the marketplaces. And we can see that the way which Paul selected to share the gospel with local people there in Athens, there were many philosophers. As we read, Paul did debate and reasoning with the people of Athens. Paul never tried to use this way, but he did only in essence because of their way of communication. Another method Paul used was making a group of people. Every time he visited a town, he formed a group of people together and they shared their faith with each other. This group eventually grew as a church later. The Methodist Church founder, Jaeseong Lee, shouted, "The world is my parish," against the policy of the Anglican Church, which restricts public preaching. The Church of England was only allowed preachers to preach at the pulpit. However, Jaeseong Lee knew that people were not coming to church to listen to a sermon. They're too busy trying to survive. So Wesley decided to go out and preach in the marketplace. John went over town to town, just like Paul did. And he met a group of people who want to share their faith together. That was the beginning of the Methodist movement. Well, when I see the world, it's not really different from 18th century. People do not really come to church to listen to the Word of God. Instead, people like to go out and do something else. We are in great need of missionaries who can go into people's everyday lives and share the gospel of Jesus and make a group of people to share faith in Christ. Luke chapter 10, verse 2, he says to them, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, ask the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest." God wants us to go for his mission. However, our mission field is not far from us. I put a map of Quad Cities in the middle, down there. That's a map of Quad Cities. The place you are living in is your mission field, where God sends you in. One of the people I know is a carpenter, and he's huge and very tall. I can't even touch his hat, so you can guess how tall he is. He's not from our church. I met him when I was in Virginia. He always did usher at the door, at the church door, open up the door for the people. And he was very kind, but most of people are afraid of him because of his appearance. Anyway, in the workplace, he always prayed before he had his lunch. Most of the time, his coworkers did not really come and talk to him. But one day, one of his coworkers came over to him during the lunchtime and asked prayer for him. So he prayed for his coworkers at the workplace, and he started a group to share their faith in the workplace. Well, we do not always need to make a group, but we can invite people to one of the church groups which you belong to, which you belong to. We often say that we are the hands and feet and voices of Jesus to others. That means people are watching our words and people are watching our actions. So please do not underestimate your voice and actions. One day I saw a commercial which is about one sticky note at school. On this sticky note, there were words that "you are amazing." It goes around one person to another. One day, one mother put a sticky note into her son's bag. "You are amazing," saying "you are amazing." And he was very pleased by that sticky note, and he passed that over to his friends. And that friends to pass it to someone else. So that sticky notes go around the school and make, their day. It pleased all the people who received that sticky note. One encouragement gave an impact on the entire school. Your action, your words can change someone's day, someone's life. Please do not underestimate your words and voice. People need missionaries. love of Jesus from you. The land you're standing on is your mission field. Those people whom you meet every day are the people whom Jesus died for. God is calling you as missionaries right now. Your daily life is your mission field. Make your breakfast table as your morning devotion. Make your lunch table as your church. Make your dinner table as your small group. Make your marketplace and your playground as your fellowship hall. Let us pray. Gracious God, help us remember that we are standing on the land of mission field. Lord, you sent us here. Lord, we pray that you would empower us and give us your wisdom to share your love wisely with others. Give us confidence and comfort.